Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you're all having a good day. So for today's video I thought I would put together our full sort of start to finish cloth nappy washing routine, just in case any of you guys are thinking of giving them a try and want to sort of know the ins and outs of what's involved with the sort of washing and just generally upkeeping them. I thought I would put this together and give you guys a little insight as to what we do with our ones. So I hope you find it useful, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm hoping to do some sort of cloth nappy reviews and a few more bits and pieces on this sort of topic. So if you enjoyed it, do give it a like, and if there's anything you particularly like to see, if you've got any questions, then leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. So starting straight after a change and getting straight into the nitty-gritty of dealing with a poo. Some people I know sort of use a knife or rinse it under the flush, but that just didn't work for us, so I will just wipe it off with a bit of loo roll and get as much off as I can, and then I will kind of pull out any inserts and fold up the nappy and then just shove it straight into one of the bags we've got to keep the nappies all together. You don't need to do any rinsing or anything like that. I will try and leave some links in the description box just for the bags and bits and pieces that we use throughout this video. Then moving on to wash day, I will gather all the nappies from around the house. So we have obviously one of those storage bags downstairs. We actually have two, so I can alternate while one's in the wash and drying and have another one on the go. We've then got a little bag for going out and about, and we have that big bin in Alfred's room. We've normally got a sort of another holy bag that goes in that as a sort of bin liner, but we'd not put it in this time round, so yeah, we've normally got that. And then we'll just load up the washing machine. So this is actually taking me a little bit longer. You'll see I'm sort of pulling some of the nappies apart as I go along. Tom tends to just not do the sort of pulling apart before he puts them into the bag and things, so I'm just trying to sort through and make sure all the inserts and everything are out. I definitely recommend, if you can, do it before you shove them in the bag though. You'll see in a bit that I can just shove an entire bag in without kind of worrying about it. I knew that one had kind of just been me that had been putting the nappies in, so you can literally just turn the bag inside out into the washing machine and not have to go anywhere near poo again, which is definitely a bonus. And it does drive me a little bit insane that Tom doesn't do it, but there we are. Yeah, so just load up the machine. This one's probably a little bit full, but never mind, we needed to get a lot of them washed and things, so yeah, leave a decent amount of room so that they can move around in the wash, obviously. So the next step in the wash routine is to put it on a rinse and a spin, so to get rid of the poo and wee sort of out of the nappies, and to drain it all out of the machine before the main wash, so that it's not still washing the nappies in wee and poo essentially. We actually do this step twice. We just found that, I don't know whether it's our sort of poo scraping method or not, that we weren't getting our nappies properly clean without doing this second rinse, so we do the second rinse. You might find you don't need to. You can also just, if you don't have like a rinse cycle, you can just use like a normal wash without putting the washing powder and everything into it. Speaking of washing powder, we're now on to the main wash for this one. You don't need to take the nappies out or anything in between the rinses and doing this. You need to use a powdered washing powder. Liquid can sort of block up the nappies and make them not work as efficiently. We also quite often will put a scoop of Vanish in with our nappies. I don't know if it's actually recommended or not. It's the Oxy Action Vanish, so like a type of oxygen bleach, which seems to crop up in some of the like nappy sterilising powders you can buy, but we just go for Vanish. We then just put it on a long wash. We wash our nappies mostly at 40 degrees. The actual nappies, most of them you can wash at 60 degrees, but I don't tend to do that unless I sort of feel like I need to give them a sort of strip wash or like a more intensive wash to get them properly clean. I just feel like it sort of preserves the covers and liners a bit better by leaving them at 40, and I know some of our nappies didn't, like the washing instructions didn't go up to 60 degrees anyway, so yeah, we tend to stick to 40 degrees. Once they're all washed, we will then hang them up to dry. So at the moment it's winter and it's wet and rainy and dark and horrible, so we will dry ours inside on an airer at the moment. In the summer or just in the nicer weather, we do hang them up outside to dry them. That can help with sort of some of the stains you can sometimes get. The sunlight's very good at bleaching them out, but yeah, it's England, it doesn't happen in the winter very much at all, so we hang them up on this dryer. I wasn't sure how much you could see from the other angle. Basically we put them onto our heated airer. This one's from Lakeland. I got it years ago. My mum got it for me while I was at uni, and then I tend to put all the like main nappy bits like over the bars and stuff. I tend to just stack the wipes in a pile, so they're sort of flat, so we can just grab them, put them in our box, and it doesn't really matter if they get dry or not since we wet them anyway. And then any of the like liners, bags, or any of the like covers that are just the sort of plasticky lining stuff, I tend to just chuck on top so they're not sort of directly on the heated bars and things, and that seems to work for us and get them dry fairly quickly. So yeah, definitely if you got space for one or are looking for an airer, like a heated one is definitely a bonus when it comes to getting nappies dry and clothes in general dry quickly, so definitely recommend that. Right, so I've got all the bits I've taken off the dryer down, and I'm just gonna be stuffing them, and then we like to keep them downstairs in just a big box, which I'll show you in a bit. Just that they're around and easy to access throughout the day when we need to change a nappy. So yeah, I will get stuffing. No, I just thought I'd show you guys what I was doing. So I find it easier to just have everything like in piles, so I can just grab it and put it together. So I get all the like covers and nighttime nappies and stuff into one pile, all the like main inserts and things into another, all the like booster ones into another pile, and then all the liners and things, and then I can just sort of grab from each and put it all together. So that's just what works for me. I know Tom just grabs whatever out of the wash and stuffs them in and gets it done that way, so yeah, but in case this works better for you, I thought I'd show you, and yeah, I'm gonna crack on and get them put together. And that is it. That's our nappies washed and stuffed and ready to use again. The only other thing we have are our cloth wipes that we use with our nappies. We keep them in this box. It's a cheeky wipes box we got as part of a kit. Normally I will just make them up with some plain cold water out of the tap. Occasionally if I remember, or if I've had time to do it, or sometimes if Alfred's getting a bit of a sore bottom, I do find making up like a cloth wipe solution does kind of help alongside the nappy creams and things to stop that being quite so bad. So we've got some of the Poppets cloth wipe solutions, which you just make up with boiling water and stir it around till it dissolves, and then pour over the wipes when it's done. I think if you read the instructions, you are meant to sort of make it up with either considerably more water than this, or what I did in the past was like cut them in half, because I just found the amount of water was way too much for one box of wipes. And to be honest, I can't be bothered now, so I just dissolve one entire thing in as much water as is a good amount to pour over the wipes and have done with it, because life's too short. But yeah, if you're following the actual instructions, then this is not how to make up your poppet wipe solution, but it works for us. Alfred is not too sensitive with his skin or anything, so I'm not particularly worried about having that amount of soap and things. And like I said, it actually sort of helps him having a less sore bottom and just getting a bit cleaner, and it does make them smell very nice. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description so you can go check them out as well. So yeah, that was our whole routine. This happens over several days. Obviously we sort of build up a few nappies in the bags and things before we're then washing them, and then it's normally kind of leaving them overnight at least before they're dry. So yeah, it's kind of a ever ongoing process. So yeah, this is me several days later. It had a different outfit, different hair, but I hope that was useful to kind of see it all put together, just so you've got an idea. I think it's definitely worth having a go at. We got ours initially from the local like cloth nappy library. I think you could just borrow a kit for like a month. We borrowed it for, I think it was, just to try it and see how you got on. So definitely look into it. You know, it's much less wasteful and everything, in my opinion, and yes, there's a bit of poop to deal with, but you're going to be dealing with that anyway, so it's not too much more. It seems a lot when you put it all together, but it is manageable, so definitely give it a go. And yeah, hope this was useful, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!